Shalom, our dear friends, and welcome to Parsha Vayetze. And Yaakov departs from Beersheba. Rashi comes to say, as he left, there was a light in Beersheba that left with him. I feel that ever since I was a kid and we had a guest and the guest would leave, I would feel the emptiness. And we all are the generation of immigration. We left not knowing whether we ever come back. And there is a lot of feelings and emotion every time that we embark on a journey that we never know if we're ever going to come back to that place. And that's a feeling of nostalgia that this week Parsha begins with. But then Yaakov goes on to have this great dream that really personification and definition of Yaakov comes from this dream. We have Avot and Imot, that each of them bring a light, special uniqueness, that we are blessed to have them, and we are their generation. So it is our DNA has those things in it. And one of the main reasons that I have this podcast every week is for each of us to know what is that DNA that is in us, awaken that, and be inspired by that, and live an inspired life. So we know that what is Abraham stand for the endless love that he has, and this is a new way of worshiping God, not to just go vertical and have a one-on-one relation with Hashem, but loving his children, the humanity, and through that getting close to Hashem. And Ishaq, the man who put his life on the altar to be sacrificed, is a personification of prayers. And Yaakov comes and brings a new way of being, which is so amazingly Jewish. And from now on, there's a definition of a new nation that this ladder, this dream, says that so perfectly. And what is the dream? Yaakov dreams that there's a ladder, that the bottom of the ladder is on the solid ground and the top of it is in the heavens. And that's Judaism. Judaism is that we are pragmatic people. We stand on a solid ground, but our head in the Shamayim. We are dreamers. This is also the week of my anniversary, of marriage with my lovely wife. And these words that I just told you was said by Rabbi Scheinberg, Aryeh Scheinberg, may Hashem bless him, under the chuppah. And when he said we are the people of dreamers, it meant so much to me. Like I was okay now, because in Isfahan, you're not supposed to be dreaming. You're supposed to be pragmatic people, work hard. And that's the culture of Isfahan. And in Isfahan, I was like this kid. That it was like a fish out of water, because being a dreamy person, it didn't exactly fit with Isfahani culture. But that's what Rabbi Scheinberg said on the chuppah, my wedding, is that we are the two things. And Yaakov, for the first time, to come and say, we are not just physical, we are not just spiritual, we are physical and spiritual. The ladder connect us together. Sometimes we go up, sometimes we come down. But our life is to take the physicality, take it to the world of spirituality, and bring the spirituality and make it part of the life of physical. And in this process, we uplift the two. And that is Jewish 101. And it's exactly after having this dream, bringing this new ideology, this new philosophy in life, that he goes on and he sees the beautiful woman, Rachel, And then listen carefully what having this dream can do and how it can uplift your life. It says Yaakov saw Rachel and he got so inspired. There was a well that three big men, they were trying to remove the top of the well to have the water sprout from the well, but they couldn't do that. But Yaakov, a loner, comes and removes the top of the well and the water sprouts. What is Torah telling us? Please listen carefully. I think there's such a beautiful, beautiful message there. Torah is saying that Yaakov, who was born with Esau, his brother, and constantly conflicting and heading back together, he was very much in the world of physicality. My desire, yours fighting. And then he had this dream. And the dream, from the ladder, he sees there is something much more beautiful, profound, the word of love, the word of beauty, that you can go up this ladder and you see much more beauty on the top than you could see from the bottom. And that inspired him. So when Torah talks about this well, it is like a stone which is covered on the top of his own heart that is removing that and is allowing the love inside of him to sprout. And this is why I get so excited. And I'm sure the rabbis don't want to try this at home, but he goes and he sees this beautiful woman and kisses her, and of course go through the 7 years and marry her and all of that. But the message of this week is very inspiring. Go for the height and go for that beauty in life, and don't ever settle for the life of mundane, because life is mundane, of being always at the bottom, only logical, only what is pragmatic, and only working hard. Then this is not a life worth living. It's a much greater life waiting that we need to tap into that. And I want to end this with a thought that I have this week, which I never thought about it, and then came a great answer to me, is that this ladder that he sees the bottom is on the ground is solid. I get that. But the top, which is on Shamayim, what is holding? If you put the ladder, the bottom is on the floor, and then the top is against the cloud. If you go up there, it's going to fall. So how is this ladder going to stand? That was my question this week. And then I heard of a story which very, very much reminds me of my own father, alav shalom, and I want to share with you. And then you will see how this ladder stands. A son comes to his father and says, Father, every other father gives money to their children and they're going to do shopping and buy whatever they want. Why don't you do the same thing? Give me the money. And the father hangs the money in something in the air, and he says, son, go up. I hang the money for you. You need to go up. I get that. And the son says, I can't reach that. How do I get that? And the father says, make a ladder. And the son said, okay, I can go make the ladder. That I can do. But if I make a ladder, there is nothing to hold the top of the ladder. How am I going to go up there? And listen to what father says. He says, you make the ladder and I hold it for you. This is amazing lesson of our relation to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu does not want us to have anything for free. We have to make the ladder in life. We have to reach high, and Hashem is always there to hold the ladder for us. Shabbat Shalom.